This is another t-interval example. Pause the video and read the problem. Make sure you understand it. Okay, hopefully you've done that. Again, the very first thing we always have to do, identify our main variable. This is a mean problem. We know that because we see the word mean or average in it. They also give us a standard deviation. Proportion problems will never give us a standard deviation. So the first thing we do, identify our variable. Let mu, the population mean, represent the mean weight in grams of a bag of Ruffles. Technically, this whole problem is wrong because grams is not a measure of weight. It's a measure of mass. But that's okay. Technically, we're talking about mass here, not weight. Okay, we're supposed to check our conditions. Hopefully, we've done a good sample here, that this sample represents the population. Our sample should be independent. Measuring these bags should not have effects on other bags. We're going to have to assume, or we can't continue, that bags of Ruffles are normally distributed, or at least close to it. We have a very small sample size here. N is very small, so we need the population to be really close to a normal distribution. And clearly N is much less than 10% of the population size. There are a lot more than 60 bags of Ruffles out there. Okay, then part B, we're going to actually create the confidence interval. So here they have given us the actual data. So we're going to have to go into the calculator, enter stat and edit, and enter in all of our data, which I've done here. So I've entered in all 6 pieces. So I have all the data already typed in here. You would want to do that on your own. Then we're doing a t interval here. So we are in button 8. I know all the data. So I would highlight data instead of stats. Tell it where I put all my data. If I put it in L7, I would put L7 here. Leave frequency list at 1. We're doing a 95% confidence interval here. So we'll change that to 95. Hit calculate. And there's our interval. Just write that down. Here, by the way, this is where I got these numbers from. Here's our sample mean and our sample standard deviation. So now we just write our sentence. We're 95% confident that mu, the population mean, is between these two numbers. Between 28 and 29 grams. Remember, don't forget to say the word mean. That's what we're measuring here. Not all bags of Ruffles, the average bag of Ruffles. The interpretation of 95% confidence is 95% of all samples of this sample size would give us a confidence interval that contains mu. And now the company says, you read on there, this bag of Ruffles contains 28.3 grams. Well, according to our interval, it contains at least 28.36. We're 95% sure that the answer is between here and here. So our interval says they're actually giving us more than they claimed on average.